Frank, thank you for having a chat to us about our rehab list at the moment. It was a bit of a sad game over the weekend up on the Gold Coast with a couple injuries there. Can you talk us through what happened?
Yeah, Casey, it was a tough night. A few injuries, which is unfortunate. So on top of Jonah's news last week, it wasn't great news. But I'll start with the good news, and that's Sewer. He'll play this Saturday night against the Sharks is in his third game of NRL for the Storm and his first game at Amy Park, which is exciting for our fans to actually see him here in Melbourne on our home track. So whilst we're very disappointed to lose Paps, obviously, having Sewer wearing the number 1 and playing here at Amy Park is going to be exciting for everyone.
Absolutely. And then we also had a couple of our big boys like Paps and Hughes. You have little niggles there. What happened there?
Yeah, Paps unfortunately suffered a minor fracture in his fibula just above the plate, which he had inserted last year. It's look, considering what Paps has had over the last few years, it's probably a minor injury in comparison to some of the previous ones. So he'll miss the next 4 to 6 weeks. He had surgery today just to repair that. He'll commence his rehab in the next few days, and we're hoping it's closer to 4 rather than 6. But he'll be back sometime in June.
Absolutely. And Hughesy, how did he pull up?
Yeah, he has got a little strain in his calf. He did really well on Saturday night, given the circumstances, all the players that we lost. For him to play the whole game was enormous effort by Jerome. But unfortunately, he'll be missing 2 games this week and next. We're hoping he'll be back for the Manly game. If not, then we have the bye. He'll definitely be back for the game after the bye.
Beautiful, amazing. And then we had a couple of the boys in our feeder clubs with Tepai, Maz and Penne all having injuries there. How have they all been going and what happened there?
Yeah, they're all still on the injury list. They all missed last weekend and Tep actually missed the weekend before that. But they're hopefully we're looking at them coming back either next week in round 11 or the week after in round 12. Some brighter news: Chris Lewis has missed the last few weeks in feeder. He'll be available for selection this weekend. We're getting some of those players back, which is really important going into the Origin period coming up in the end of this month, where we'll be really needing all our depth.
Absolutely. And then kind of just an update on the existing players within that rehab group there with Xavier and Jonah. How have they been going? Yeah,
Xavier got really close to playing this weekend, but being a hamstring injury and given his history, we decided to hold him off for a week. So we're very confident that he'll play in the Magic weekend. He did get close, but again, the nature of the injury, his history, I think it's a sensible move to hold him for a week. And Jonah had surgery early last week. It all went smoothly, so he's commencing his long journey to recovery. But we'll support him. He'll still be around the club and helping out any way he can. He's quite a smart football player, so he's going to be used in various roles, as well as him getting his rehab done ready for next year.
Absolutely. And then I guess a positive is that it looks like we'll have Tui Kamikamitha back this weekend. How's he looking?
Really good, yeah. Tui was really close last week and could have played at a pinch, but again, the nature of the injury being a calf injury, we decided to give him an extra week, more running in his week. So he'll definitely be available for selection, which is going to be a tough one for the coaches because our forwards are going really well at the moment. So, but Tui was our form forward before he got injured. So I have no doubt that Tui will come into the team. Who for and how, I don't know. That's up to the coaches, but he'll be a very much a welcome return back for us.
Absolutely. And then also this weekend we're taking on the Sharks and we'll be honouring Dal Finucane, one of our little legends of the club pretty much. What's happening there and how is he coming back? What's happening with the celebrations there?
Yeah, look, he's retired. He's obviously still part of the Sharks, which we respect, so he'll be coming down with the Sharks. Look, he's a player that we never really got to farewell properly. Well, certainly the fans didn't. His last game was up on the Sunshine Coast during COVID, the second year of COVID, where he finished for the club. And so unlike the other players have had an opportunity to farewell the fans, he didn't. So this is an opportunity for our fans and the club to say thank you. He's won 2 premierships. He's on our premiership wall, playing in the 2017 and 2020 premiership. He played in 2 other grand finals in numerous minor premiership teams, played 152 games for the club, but more importantly, the person. He gave so much to this football club, the ultimate professional, was an enormous leader and just made an enormous contribution on and off the field. So, in a very small way, I just think it's really important that the Melbourne Storm supporters acknowledge Dale and say thank you for what he did at the club. So that'll be done just before kick-off. So I really encourage all our supporters and our members to get there a little bit earlier and say thank you and wish Dale all the best as he enters his retirement phase.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Frank.